This is my state, this is my team. You know what that means. This is for the black and blue that I bleed. This is for the chance to bring home that ring. But everybody gonna doubt this. So far there ain't been another way around it. We bring heat to the game each week. They just say we ain't got what it takes, we ain't bout it. Well, y'all can just keep saying that we ain't gon' make it, but at the end of the day, this'll be the Panthers nation. You know, this ain't a game to us major players at every angle that you can think of. That's why you hate us. Get out the way of greatness. You can look at our faces and see the blood, sweat, and tears that it took to create this. Yeah, I know what you're thinking, but you can save it. Cause even on the darkest of days, you know we're always gonna find a way to tell them what we gon' do, we gotta
Dave, what's poppin', bro? Can you hear me? What's good, people? As you can see, shout out to the day ones, man. What are day ones that used to rock with us when your boy was on travel and I had to do the podcast out of the hotel rooms? Shout out to the day ones. Yeah, we back. We on travel again. It was a great time to travel as the Panthers were on bye week. As you can see, it was the best bye week ever, fam. The best bye week ever. But shout out to all the day. Oh, go ahead, Dave. My bad. Hey, hold on, Dave. They said they can't hear you. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can fix it. 1 second. Yeah, 1 second, peeps. Cause I'm on travel. I gotta fix it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fix it. I'm gonna have to go old school. Give me 1 second. 1 second, peeps. All right, 1 second. All right, test. Dave, say something.
What's up, man, Keith?
Nope. Hold on.
I'm hearing myself, though.
Yeah, 1 second.
Actually.
All right, how about now? Oh, was it working? Okay, they hear you. We good now? We good? Are we good? We good? Okay. Hold on. I know, right? Hold on. Oh, they said they still can't hear you. It was what? Hold on. Let me fix it. Give me 1 second. I went one too far. That was on me. When you hold on. All right. How about now?
Can you guys hear me now?
Can y'all hear Dave now? Okay, can y'all hear Dave? Now?
Hear me?
Okay, I think we good now.
All right.
Yep.
Just take the box off.
Y'all can.
We good.
I'm gonna take the box off. Can y'all hear me? Y'all good? Sound good? Can y'all hear me? I think we good, Dave.
All right.
Shout out to Matt. He like instant. His internet is A1 because he's like, he's as soon as I ask, he on it. All right. Sorry about that. Again, I had to redo the setup. Because I'm traveling again. Well, not traveling again. I'm in Orlando for a conference. So I had to reset up everything. I got a Windows laptop. I had to set everything else up on. I'm used to having a Mac. Dave, what you drinking on? What you got?
Newport Storm Blueberry.
This dude, man. Dave stay with exclusive beers and ciders and all that other stuff. But all right, Dave. So it was a bye week. I mean, a lot of stuff happened on the bye week, right? So we signed Eric Reed. We got Eric Reed, and he reported to practice today. We all wanted to know what number he was wearing. Unfortunately, Cornell did not come off that 35, and and Eric Reed is wearing number 25. So number 25 for Eric Reed. The jersey is definitely on order, so I'll be getting that. I will attempt to get it signed as soon as it gets here. Y'all know how I roll.
I might need to tell you to buy me one.
I put it in my order already, but if you want one, Dave, holla at me. You know how we roll. All right.
I might need you to go get that signed, man.
Yeah, man.
He might not be on the team next season.
He might not. He might not. But we'll talk about it. We'll talk about that, Dave. We'll talk about that. All right. So let's let's talk about what else happened. So during the bye week, a couple other things happened, Dave. The Bucks, they ain't look too good. I mean, the Falcons, they caught an L. And I mean, the Saints got away with one. They were luckily they were going to take an L too. Or they looked like they was going to take an L. Then they kind of ended up winning the game. But Saints don't look all that great. They don't look all that great. But shout out to the Bucks and the Falcons. Falcons sitting at 1-3. The Bucks are down to 2-2. They have not looked good at all on these past two games. I think. Go ahead, Dave.
So the Ryan Fitzpatrick flow chart took some adjustment.
Hold on.
He didn't get paid. So
Yeah, man. Yeah, nah. So I mean, we all knew. You know how Fitzpatrick rolls. You know how it is. But they immediately they benched him. Went to Jameis. And Jameis, first throws a pick. So, they've got that quarterback controversy thing going on. I feel sorry for them because they got tough decisions to make with Jameis long term and they got Fitz tragic, as people are saying. But I don't know, man. I kind of figured that, and their defense is trash. Their defense is complete trash. Complete trash.
That too.
So I don't know, man. I'm just happy to see everybody catching fades while we on the bye. We got the Giants coming up. We'll talk about that on another episode. But what else, Dave? What else? We signed Marshall Newhouse in a trade, right? Or no, we just picked him up. It wasn't on a trade.
Yeah, we picked him up.
So.
But I think you can't ask for a better bye week. Can't.
It was a great bye week. I was enjoying it. I was watching the games on Sunday, relaxing, just chilling, watching some fantasy, watching my fantasy numbers, watching NFC South compadres take L's. It was great. It was great.
Oh yeah, they did. The cat said it was a trade.
It was a trade. Yeah, I forgot it was conditional 2021 pick. But yeah, man. So, y'all getting a little ahead of the game. Y'all getting a little ahead of the game. So yeah, and not only that, Dave. People are starting to return from injuries, as you can see in my introduction. I showed some pictures from practice, and some guys are returning. You got Bird, you got Samuel coming back, Trey Turner out of the concussion protocol. I mean, Olsen is out there running routes. I mean, geez, it's looking real good. Looking real good, man. It's a good place. We in a good place right now. In a good place. Unfortunately, Matt Khalil's also practicing on the side, and I'm gonna need him to relax. Okay, I'm gonna need him to chill out. I'm gonna need him to chill, cause I don't want no speed bump out here. Not while our O-line is looking as good as that. Hopefully they can continue the streak, so we can keep them on the sideline. But Dave, what you think about all the injuries, bro? I mean, all the guys coming back from injury.
It'll be interesting to see who's going to get some play. Now I want to see what this depth chart looks like. I mean, I don't know if your boy DJ Moore is going to get this 50%.
Yeah, I kind of figured that, with the rotation. It's all on Torrey, man. Torrey is hogging all the DJ Moore reps, and then with Curtis coming back, that's going to eat away from more guys. But you know what? I'm not even going to complain, because if we win in games, I mean, it's cool. I really want DJ Moore to play, but at the end of the day, it's about these W's, fam, and I want to get these W's. Okay, I want to get these W's, and whatever it takes to get the W. Because I really feel good about this roster. I feel really good about this roster. With Eric Reed back there, manning in the safety position, I'm starting to get that feeling. And the way our schedule looks, which we'll talk about that later. I mean, I'm really starting to feel really good about this roster. But I don't know, man. But yeah, it's looking good. The guys coming back from injuries, it's all looking good, man. We in a really good spot, a really good spot. And like I said about the schedule, fam, it's looking nice. Like there's certain teams that were on our roster that don't look so good, don't look as good as we thought they were gonna be. And that's all positive news. All positive news. All right, Say. So where do you want to take this, fam? Where you want to go?
We had an interesting conversation about the cap next season.
I mean, do you want to go there? Do you want to talk about?
Or do you want to talk about Eric Reed and his press conference?
Oh yeah, we could do that. Good. That's a good way to go, Dave. Let's talk about this press conference. Like this was riveting. This was like, everybody wanted to hear what Eric Reed was going to say, and I thought it was a great press conference. I mean, if you ever wanted to know why Eric Reed and Colin Kaepernick were protesting, it's a great conversation piece. But it was great, man. It was great. That was what were your thoughts on it, Dave?
I loved it. Typically like a press conference with the players, people were like just 5 minutes. This one was around 11, 12 minutes. Like he pretty much broke it down to the core as much as he could without, because there was some things he couldn't talk about because of the lawsuit, because he's still suing the NFL.
Yeah. But yeah, look, if you, like I said, if you ever wanted to know, or you got some coworkers that might be open to or people or friends that might be open to understand why they are doing what they were doing, it's a great interview to send them to. But I don't know, man. I think it's going to be interesting to see. Not to me, like I really don't care what he decides to do moving forward, protest wise, but it's going to be interesting to see how he does intend to protest or not protest or whatever. But like I said, I really don't care. At the end of the day, it's about this. It's about getting these W's, and if we get W's, I think people won't really care too much. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
I mean, the folks that's going to have their views are going to have their views. If they're not going to root for the team no more, cool. Peace out. It's been real. If you're about the W's, then I think more are going to come. I just looked at the schedule, man. I'm feeling a little bit good.
Yeah, now we'll talk about that in a little bit, but yeah, no, I mean, like, Alex asking, does he think he could affect Dante's play negatively? I don't know where that question came from. That doesn't make any sense. Nope. How it would affect him negatively. I don't understand. You got to put some context around that.
I think he's going to mentor the heck out of Dante. They both went to the same school, so he's going to get to learn a lot.
DBU.
So I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it's going to be fine. Like, Dante is going to be fine at the end of the day. It was funny when they asked him about who has the best hands in the secondary, and he definitely already proclaimed that title, that he has the best hand in the secondary. Then proceeded to call out Dante on how he dropped two passes. So we'll see.
But he team interceptions right now, so you gotta respect it, man.
Yeah, that's facts. That's a fact. But yeah, no, I think Dante. I think the whole secondary gets elevated. I think those guys will play with a lot more confidence. This is a really good situation to be in. I just hope we go ahead and lock him in long term. But I don't blame Hurney and company for giving him a 1-year deal. Kind of see how it works out. See what's gonna happen. We all know he's a former Pro Bowl player. So we know what he can play, the level he can play at. It's just gonna be interesting to see how he fits in. We've never had a safety his caliber. It's been a long time. I'll say that.
You can tag him.
Yeah, we can, but we can tag him. That's definitely an option. But there's no point tag. Just he's good, and we already know how good he is. Just go ahead and lock him up, and we won't have to worry about safety position for a long time. The dude's only 26 years old, and we talked about Eric Reed last episode, but I don't want to get into a big Eric Reed conversation. But boy, did he look bigger than I thought. Pause. Like, he's a pretty large guy, like 6'1" and I think two and some change. He can play big, like Ron said. He can play big nickel, strong safety, free safety. Those kind of guys you need. We all about versatility. It's great, man. This is a great pickup. I can't say it more, but he's great. So I said, go ahead.
Like I said in the previous episode, Richard's still the owner. This does not happen.
Yeah, we know. We know that for a fact. And I think even Greg Olsen, I think he was doing an interview. I think Greg Olsen even said that if Big Cat, if the old Cat was still the owner, we know it wouldn't have happened. But it's all good, man. Like, I'm happy. I'm happy at the end of the day. It's a good look. Good to see him answer questions intelligently. He knows what he's talking about. You can't try to box him in or trap him in reference to what he was protesting. He went back to, like, the New Deal, dude. Like, he knows exactly what he's talking about. Mm-hmm. So, like, very, very good, well-spoken guys. Good to see that. I don't know, but anyway, great press conference. I hopefully we see more out of it, and I'm ready to see him on the field.
He also explained why he wasn't involved in the player coalition too, with the NFL. He explained that.
Yeah,
it was a pretty good presser.
Really good presser, man. If you ever wanted to know, like, the inner workings of how the NFL works, dude's kind of breaking it down, man. It's a very smart guy. Very smart guy. I think Rivera said he was practicing. He took 60% of the snaps with the defense today, so that'll only increase. Sure, he'll be out there a lot on Sunday. And look, man, listen, he may blow some coverages. It may happen. You got to take it. Listen, it's gonna be okay. Like, if he doesn't look great, it's the first game. Like, let's just relax, okay? I don't want people coming up here on Monday morning, next Monday, saying, "Oh, y'all hyped him up, dude." He's got to learn the defense. It's gonna happen. Communication's got to be there. Go ahead, Dave. My bad.
I'm gonna put it simple for you. He's not Colin Jones.
Facts. That's a fact.
One more thing. We're only paying him $1 million.
Facts.
And he's not Colin Jones.
That's a fact. That's a fact, man. But yeah, man, but I love it. I love Eric Reed. Again, we keep talking about him. I want to see him on the field. But the way, I mean, look, we talked about the way our schedule shakes out. Again, there's some teams that aren't quite the guys we thought they were going to be. I mean, you take a look at the coming up, right? We got the NFC South or NFC East tour coming up, and I think I would. Is it blasphemous to say that maybe the Redskins are probably the best team in the NFC East right now?
It might. Let me tell you something. The Redskins are pretty good, and I mean, their defense, but you got to take it in context of who they played.
Yeah, I don't know who they played, but I mean, I think of course the Eagles are, they getting back in the swing of things with Wentz coming back, and they just got Alshon Jeffrey back. They suffered a lot of injuries early, so we kind of catching them. We might be catching them at a good time, just depends. But we got the Giants up next. Obviously, they're trash. I watched them play on Sunday. I watched the whole Saints game, and they're not good. They're trash. Their defense is okay, but I think we got enough weapons. And they couldn't stop Kamara. Kamara's a beast. They can't stop the versatile running backs. The Redskins, after that, I think the Redskins are solid. We got to go up there, but they're beatable. Eagles, they aren't who we thought they were. They're getting exposed left and right defensively. You got anything on those three before we go on to the next?
So I went back to my prediction that I did back in May, and we're sitting where we're supposed to sit. I had us 2-1 going into the bye, and I had us going 3-1 against the NFC South. So I had us beating the Giants, beating the Redskins, and losing to the Eagles.
I had us losing to the Eagles, but if I had to re-pick that, I'd pick that as a win. I'm not. Granted, it is on the road. We got to go to Lincoln Financial, but I just the Eagles. I watched them play a couple times, and they're just not. They're not there yet. They're not quite there yet. And again, a lot of that is due to the fact that Wentz is just coming back. Alshon's just coming back. They got to get back in the swing of things for their offense, but their defense just is not as good. They signed all those guys, and you thought it was going to be like amazing. Like they got Michael Bennett and who didn't they pick up Nada too? Haloti? I could be wrong on that.
They did.
That could be but they picked up all these all-star defensive linemen, and just doesn't look as I thought they were going to look defensively specifically. But then the Ravens look good, Dave, but they got to come to Carolina. What do you think about the Ravens?
Yeah, the Ravens might. I think they got number one defense in the league right now.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think they're up there.
Yeah, Ravens look good. Very physical team. I think I might have undersold them. They're a team that look a little bit better than what I thought they were going to look on the season. So I don't know about the Ravens. Then after the Ravens, we got the Bucks. They got to come. We were just talking about that game. I think Larry's listening. Larry, we got to watch that in Jamaica, B.
We got to figure that one out.
Yeah, we got to figure that one out, how we going to watch that game. But yeah, man, the Bucks, they started hot. They came back to reality real quick. We don't know who their quarterback is going to be. Their secondary is trash. I don't know. The defense ain't good, B. Like, I don't know, man. They ain't that good.
The Bucks. Yeah, we about to see the fastest fall from grace on earth.
So Larry says that Jameis will be the starter.
No, it's official.
Oh, he is the starter. They named him.
Jameis the starter again. He's starting next week.
That quick.
Life comes at you fast in the NFL, fam.
Hey, Larry, is Vita is Maui playing? Yeah. Did he play? You know it's a bad sign when your second round pick is inactive. He just got inactive, I think, for the first game last week. You know it's a bad sign.
Yeah, I'm looking at this, my predictions. I mean, I feel confident that we can beat the Giants.
Yeah, I'm confident against the Giants. But yeah, man, it's just a couple teams. It's a couple teams that just aren't who, like the Steelers, for instance. I don't know if your boy will be back, Le'Veon will be back by then, but they ain't quite who we thought they were going to be. The Lions are 1-3 right now. They are definitely not who we thought they were going to be. Who else? I mean, the Browns are a little bit better. They just can't get a dub. They got to learn how to win. And the Saints aren't quite as good as we thought they were going to be. So, I mean, our schedule looks open. It looks wide open, man. I feel like we can win. I think there's no game that we can't win on the schedule. Like, that Steelers game, a lot of us counted ourselves out in that game because it was a Thursday night game. But they just don't look good at all.
I'm still standing by that. Because by then, Bell will be back. That could be his first game back. There's been reports that he's going to come back during the bye week for Steelers, which is week 7. But, I mean, that could still be his first game back unless they trade him. And now I'm going to knock on my door.
Marcus is saying our defense is suspect. But, yes, our defense might be suspect. But one thing, our defensive front is suspect. The secondary is going to improve. So that is a fact. With Eric Reed back there, no more Colin Jones. Our secondary is much better. and then we'll have TD back. I think TD might change a lot of that.
All right, I gotta step out for a second. I'll be right back.
Go ahead, Dave. I got it. But yeah, Thomas Davis is not back. He will be back week 6 because it's 4 games. It's not 4 weeks. It's 4 games. So he'll come back on the Redskins game, and it'll be very interesting to see how many snaps he plays and what Shaq looks like and all that good stuff. But TD is going to be a big help to the defense. Well, our front four got to do better. That's the bottom line right now. If our biggest weakness, even as a team, like our offensive line is shored up. Our running backs are good. Our receivers are improved. You would think that the one area we wouldn't have to worry about is defensive line. But our defensive line is the biggest question. Like, them dudes they are not playing as well as we thought they were. With the addition of Poe, I just expected a lot more, man. I expected a lot. See, and that's the thing. They're saying more blitzing. Renegade, you saying more blitzing, but I mean, we in the past we would get pressure with our front four, and we wouldn't have to blitz. That's what made our defense so good. Is that we didn't have to blitz, but now in order to get pressure, we have to blitz, and that it puts more pressure on your secondary, which is they're playing better. They're playing better. I'll give them that, but that puts pressure on your secondary. So the biggest question mark, Dave, I was just saying the biggest question mark right now is our defensive line,
which is crazy to me.
I just said that, like, I was just saying how our offensive line is playing well. The receivers have improved, secondary's improved, but the biggest question mark is the defensive line. It's crazy. And Renegade, man, that's true. Maybe that's true. Maybe more FA. Maybe more FA helps. And less Peppers if he's not gonna ball out.
Yeah, man. Pep, look, I already gave my opinion on Pep last week. I ain't gonna rehash that. I stand by what I said too.
Yeah, listen. I can't. Our defensive line needs to step up, but that's the biggest question mark.
We'll see what happens with the Giants. Like the Giants don't really like. We're gonna probably break this down more on Wednesday, but the Giants don't really have an offensive line like that.
No, their offensive line is trash, and Eli can't move worth a damn. So it should be feast season. It should be feasting. Like, if we don't have 4 sacks in that game, then it's gonna be a problem. Like, for real.
Folks are saying D-line was a concern. I didn't think the D-line should have been as big a concern as the secondary was at the time.
I agree. Like,
yeah, I was more nervous about the secondary.
I mean, look, with the addition of KK and Poe, with the addition of Poe, I thought that the D line would instantly improve. It would free up the outside guys to go in and do their thing, and free up Poe to K'Wan Short to do his thing. But it's just not working. It's just not working out. It ain't working out. So I don't know. I think they'll fix it though. It's fixable. The good thing is it's fixable. I think we'll be fine. All right. So, yeah, and I just wanted to point out those teams again that we thought they were going to be good. Steelers could be much better. Offense is still potent, but I think we got I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I think we got the cornerbacks to kind of stay with their guys a little bit. I think Dante is quick enough to kind of. I mean, obviously, Antonio is a beast, but I think we'll hold up. I think we'll be kind of fine against them. It may call me crazy, but I'm starting to get a little confident, man. Like, it's crazy. I don't know. Maybe the swag. Maybe that Dante Jackson swag is rubbing off on me a little bit. But I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel it. He's gonna eat. I get it. He's gonna eat. I'm not saying he's gonna shut him down. I said stay with, contain.
Honestly, truth be told, Antonio's not the problem right now.
Yeah, Juju's the one that's balling.
Juju is a problem, man.
Yeah. Juju's definitely balling.
Oh my God, Juju's been playing so well, and he's getting more targets than Antonio Brown.
Yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact, Jack.
I have no Juju in fantasy. It's very depressing.
I don't have him either. I don't have Juju either. But yeah, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see if so. Who do y'all? I mean, what do y'all think our biggest question mark? Are we all in agreement that right now our biggest question mark is defensive line? What are we missing here?
I mean, it has to be the line at this point. Y'all can discuss how we play our receivers, but we're 2-1.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I've conceded, man. Like, listen, just get the W's, man. Like, I'm convinced that we don't really know what we're doing with the receivers. Less Torrey Smith, more DJ Moore for me. But as long as we get the W's, man, I'm not gonna complain.
I think we can get away without a pass rush for the next 2 or 3 games. But we got to figure this pass rush thing out before we get to Baltimore, man.
Oh man, speaking of Baltimore, fam, that play they ran with the tight end lined up at guard off the ball was vicious, and I think they came back and said a flag should have been thrown.
Yeah, I remember that play.
That play was so vicious, man. Their play calling is really good. Shout out to Baltimore's play caller. Whoever's doing that, he's pretty good at what he does. Because they, obviously getting Lamar Jackson involved, and play calling was great. That I don't know if you've seen it, but go on Twitter and go Google tight end, Ravens tight end, and I'm sure it'll show up. That play was crazy. He lined up at guard, I think left guard, and ran a route from the left guard position, but he was off the ball. It was wild, man. They did, like I said, they did say it was illegal. I think they came back and said it was illegal, but it's a wild play.
But they got away with it during the game.
They got away with it. Yeah, they got away with
it. I
but it's wild,
that play, man.
Yeah, it was wild, man. Wild. But all right, Dave. I think we talking enough about now, like what's going on now. We talked about the injuries. We talked about the schedule. Talked about Eric Reed. Talked about a lot. But Dave, let's talk about the future a little bit. It's some guys on our roster that have big years in front of them as far as contracts are concerned. They've got to perform well to get some new money. All right, and we debate this all the time in the group meet, right? So we debate it all the time in the group meet. But I wanted to open up to discussion in live on the podcast. Obviously I'm not going to open the phone lines. I can't do it because I don't have the equipment to do it. But in the chat, let's talk about future moves. I've been playing around with the calculators a little bit with over the cap, and I've been doing some number crunching, and I think a lot of things. I've uncovered a lot of things. Okay, let's put it that way. I've uncovered a couple things, but let's talk about some people. All right, so what we're gonna lose next year, right? So we already know that Ryan Khalil is retiring. We know that Tyler Larson, who just got extended, is gonna slide into center most likely for now. You got Julius Peppers, who's also retiring. Pretty sure he's out of here after next year. But Dave, we got a couple questions. We got a couple question marks. Dave, what do we do about Thomas Davis, who's already said that he's gonna potentially come back? He don't want to go out like that with the whole PEDs. So he's come back and said, you know what, it's not gonna be my life. I was just joking about that when I told y'all that I was gonna retire after this year. It's gonna be my life. I'm just joking. I'm gonna come back. Okay. What do we do with Thomas Davis next year, moving forward?
I'm gonna have to pay him and hope he takes a pay cut.
Pay him and hope. So what do we? So that's a trickle down effect. So how does that affect Shaq Thompson?
We got to re-sign Shaq too. Like, it's a tough situation because Shaq's been playing pretty well. So I think we could probably roll with Shaq, but we can't cut TD. He's done too much, man. We can't cut him. And I don't know if Hurney's going to have I don't think he has it in him to cut him.
Yeah, TD's not going nowhere. TD is he will take I think he'll take a team-friendly deal to stay in Charlotte. He's the mayor of
Yeah.
Charlotte. The mayor of Charlotte you can't cut the mayor of Charlotte. But at the same time, though, I agree with somebody said it. I missed it, but I missed the person who said it. So my bad. Shout out to you, whoever said it. But Shaq, I don't think he took full. Let me say, he's looked good. He's looked okay, but I don't think he's taken full advantage of this opportunity he had in the 4 game. He's got one more game to do it, but I don't think he's taken. You call me crazy, but he hasn't taken full. I mean, like absolute stranglehold. Like, damn, we gotta sign this guy. This is my opinion.
Yeah.
But so Dave, here's the pickle. So now it's time to dig into numbers. Here's the pickle. Shaq Thompson, next year, his cap number, he's got the 5th-year option. His cap number is $9 million. All right, $9 million, B. So do you let him play on that $9 million contract for 1 year, or do you extend him?
You extend him.
And so and I agree with you. By extending him, you reduce that cap number. You can reduce it obviously the goal is to reduce the cap number. So you extend him, you give him like a 4 or 5 year extension. I took his age, his play, his production, and I found a comparable contract, Dave. I found a comparable contract. You want to know who that comparable contract is?
Who?
That comparable contract is Nigel Bradham. A little bit older, okay? He's a little bit older. But Nigel Bradham for the Eagles got a 5-year, $40 million deal. Average salary, $8 million. I think that's fair for Shaq Thompson. $8 million a year. It helps. You got to understand. Let me say this again. Let me repeat this so y'all understand. It helps us to not play Shaq on the 5th-year option next year. He's getting paid $9 million a year, okay? $9 million. If you extend him, you can reduce that cap number down to like $4 or $5 million, depending how it's structured. So it helps us, okay? Let's just be clear. So 5-year, $40 million deal. That's very similar to what y'all are playing, what y'all are talking about. So you either that or you trade him, or you get rid of him. But there's under no circumstances should Shaq be playing under that $9 million 5th-year option next year, in my opinion, because it hurts us in the cap.
So now folks are saying, hey, we should just draft another linebacker.
We did. We drafted 2 of them last year. I mean, we just drafted 2 guys. I'm okay with signing Shaq under circumstances that it's a team-friendly deal, and I think that $8 million is fair. Based on what other linebackers have been getting paid, I think that's fair, okay? I think that's fair. This is my opinion. Just my opinion. All right? I don't know whether they're it or not. I haven't seen them. But we don't have that time to find out based on the cap. You have a known entity in Shaq. You have a known entity. I think he might not have like grasped the TD replacement role yet, but I think he can. I think he can in a couple of years. He's not quite there yet though. He can't quite. He's not quite there yet. Okay. All right. So next up.
Slim,
go ahead.
I don't think that's fair, and I'm going to tell you why. Because we haven't had the front four that TD has been benefited of for the past couple of years. That's not point. Fair. Our front four has not been that good the first 3 games of this year.
And we talked about that in the episode right after the Falcons. You could tell like Luke wasn't on his game. The interior linemen have to play well to allow the linebackers to do work. If that does not happen, then the linebackers are going to look like trash. So that's a great point that Dave. I mean, it's not an excuse. I know that's what his next comment is going to be.
Yeah, it's not an excuse.
It's not an excuse. It's fact. That's a fact.
I think TD's going to improve the defense, but they're going to struggle, just like Luke's been struggling.
Luke has been struggling too. Luke has been struggling too. To be fair, let's keep it 100. Luke has been struggling, fam. If y'all not gonna say it, I'm gonna say it, and I've said it because I almost had him on stock down last week. Okay, I was gonna put him on stock down, but Dave didn't let me do it. But then proceeded to put Peppers on stock down. I was gonna put Luke on stock down. That's a fact. He hasn't. Luke has not been playing that well, and I gotta agree. Is the front four. The front four have to play well to allow Luke to get in his lanes to shoot the gaps. It's not happening. So it kind of is. It's kind of true. So we'll see. That's enough. That's enough on Shaq because I'm gonna put the numbers together and I'm gonna show y'all how I did it because I did all these numbers and it actually looks pretty good. Depending on how these contracts are structured. Luke doesn't pass, but
folks,
he's a
all
run.
right, folks. All right, I gotta say this.
Go ahead.
All right, so folks are like Luke doesn't pass rush. Let me break something down to you real quick. When the front four is doing their job, that lets Luke and TD and Shaq roam.
Shoot the gaps.
Yeah, if the front four isn't able to freaking do their job, that means Luke is dealing with tacklers.
This is all about X's and O's. If the front four are not pushing and hobbling up and soaking up linemen, they get to the next level. That means they're blocking Luke instead of Luke getting free. Okay? This is Panthers D-line 101. You understand? And I'm gonna have to show. I'm gonna have to do a film. Dave, I gotta do a film session now. I gotta do a film session so y'all understand. So y'all can understand X's and O's. Cause y'all don't. If you don't understand X's and O's, we can't have a logical discussion on extending guys like Shaq and Thomas Davis. Cause you gotta understand X's and O's. Okay, you gotta understand X's and O's. Okay, X's and O's matters up front. If it's not working up front for Panthers defense, this is Panthers defense 101. If the front four are not playing well, our defense isn't going to look good. Period.
I'm wondering, like when we signed Paul, right? It was all about the fact that he was a space shooter. Has he been doing that?
We gotta look at Dave. I'm gonna do a film. I'm gonna do a special edition D-line film breakdown video for y'all. I got you, Dave. We're gonna answer all the questions in that, and I'm gonna point it out because it's clearly on the D. You can tell even Ron Rivera's frustrated. He's not frustrated with the Shaq Thompson or Luke Kuechly, is he?
Nope.
He's frustrated with the D line because he knows that the defensive line allows those linebackers and Luke and Shaq and TD and those guys to be great, and it's not happening. All right, so now this is great. It's a great topic because I want y'all to understand that. You got to understand X's and O's, and I'm gonna break it down to you in the video so y'all understand that if a Poe and a K1 short are soaking up the offensive linemen on run blocks, you'll see Luke Kuechly running through and making tackles in the backfield, and then y'all start screaming, Luke. It's because he can roam free. He's not getting blocked. That's why.
Yeah, that freedom is a thing. The greatest linebacker in the league, he has to have a good D line in front of him.
That's why. I mean, it's why. That's why he's the greatest linebacker in the league.
It's kind of like how some quarterbacks, they get a lot more credit because of the weapons they have around them. Same concept.
It's the same concept. That's a great analogy, Dave. That's a great analogy, Dave. It's a great analogy. Great analogy. I couldn't have said that any better. It's a great analogy. All right, so let's move on because I do want to talk about a couple more things. I want to talk about a couple more guys. So the next guy I want to talk about was Devin Funchess, Dave. Devin Funchess. It's a lot of guys that say, I'm one of them. Say, he can get money elsewhere.
Not $10 million.
He can get money elsewhere, Dave. But Dave, based on what the numbers I found, this is just me. I'm nobody. I'm just a regular average Joe. But I have a contract comparison, Dave.
Uh-oh.
I found a contract comparison for Devin Funchess, and I would be okay with doing this. And if he wants a dime more than this, he gotta go. Okay. If he wants a dime more than this, then I can't mess with him. This is a fair deal. This is a fair comparison, a fair contract comparison. Similar age. I think I think this comparison 2 years older than Funches. So it's not quite a exact comparison, but this is the contract that I would give Devin Funches, and I think he would take it. All right. No, it's not Mike Evans, Larry. If he did that, I would faint. If we offered that kind of money to Devin Funches, I would shut this podcast down, fam. If we did that, I would shut this podcast down for sure.
No, all right. We'll be screaming fire Hurley.
So here's the contract. Here's the contract comparison that I found for Devin Funches. All right, you ready for this, Dave?
I'm ready.
Marquise Lee. Marquise Lee. They've got similar numbers. Neither one of them never went over 1,000 yards. Okay. It's very solid. Marquise Lee, very solid guy. Very solid. Okay. Very solid. Marquise Lee got a 4-year, $34 million deal. I would put an extra year on for Funches because he's a bit younger. Okay. A bit younger, so I would give him a little bit I would add another year on, so it'd be 5-year, maybe 40-something million, just because maybe 43, 5-year, $43 million, something like that. Average salary would come out to about $8.5 million per year. Okay, $8.5 million per year. If he wanted a dime more than that, I would not re-sign him. Now, the only problem I have with these contract comparisons is that I don't know how it affects us in the future. Okay, this is the only disclaimer I'm going to put out, because I put these in a calculator and I can't quite go out as far as I want to, because I want to extend guys like Luke Kuechly, and I want to extend guys like Cam Newton, but the calculator doesn't go that far out, so I can't get that. So the disclaimer goes that these contracts, while they're good for us in 2019, it doesn't mean that those contracts are good for us in 2020. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that make sense, Dave? So yeah. we might be able to sign him for a $2 or $3 million cap hit in 2019, but his cap hit in 2020 might be like $10 million, and that's the number I got to figure out. I don't know about that, because if that's the case, then I can't do it. I can't do it. And again, that's a great question. What Alex is asking, you got to think about McCaffrey, because I think McCaffrey and Cam Newton are up on the same year, fam. So you got to think about those. That's why it's hard to discuss these, but I'm trying to help you guys make sense of it and to see if I can make it happen. If I can make it happen, it would be dope. But I'm okay with not signing up Devin Funches at all. Period. Okay, just be clear.
I personally think that we'll probably extend Cam before it gets to that point.
No, I agree too. I think Cam we need to start talking to Cam like maybe next year or the year after. Mm-hmm. I think 2020 is when we need to talking to Cam and be like, yo, what's good, bro? Like, what we going?
The sooner we talk to him, the better, because the price keeps going up at quarterback.
I agree. I agree with that. I'm not gonna argue with you there. We need Curtis. We need Curtis to show up. That's more of a reason for us not to sign Funches. But Curtis got to stay on the field. He hasn't even proven he can be healthy. So we can't even talk. We can't talk Curtis until he plays 16 games. So it's not this year. Maybe next year he plays 16 games. But we need him to play 16 before we can even think about Curtis Samuel. All right.
Facts.
So, but that's just, I'm just throwing that out there, okay? When you think Devin Funches, think Marquise Lee. That's what I'm rolling with. I'm rolling with that. All right, let's move on. Another guy. We talked about it earlier, Dave. Eric Reed. All right, I'm all for it. Let's sign this dude to a long-term extension right now. Right now, look, I don't even need to see a snap. Sign this man right now to a long-term deal, okay? Right now, do it. He's 26 years old. Go ahead and lock it up. What you got, Dave? He's about to say something. My bad.
Listen, man, it shouldn't come down to this, but I have an inkling that they're gonna probably wait to see what he's gonna do with these during the
I agree. It's a smart move, man. It's a smart move. At the end of the day, you got to see what you got him for a year. You got a whole year. You can franchise tag him. You can figure it out. I'm not down on franchise tagging. He's the only person I would probably franchise next year. The only one. Bottom line,
he's the only guy.
He's the only one I would franchise tag. Funches,
nope. We're talking about
Shaq, none of them. I'm not franchising nobody else but Eric Reed. That's it. He's the only one. He's the only one. But Dave, before we even get to franchise tags, I found a contract comparison, okay? You want to know who that contract comparison is?
Who was that?
Mr. Tony Jefferson. Did you know who that was? You know who Tony Jefferson is? Me either. I didn't know who it was either. Don't even worry about it. All right. Anyway, this man signed a 4-year, $34 million deal with the Ravens. He's a strong safety for the Ravens. That's what I thought. Because of his age, they were the same age. Eric Reed could probably get a little bit more. He could probably get. I would pay Eric Reed up to $10 million. The franchise tag is $10 million a year. Okay, $10 million a year. All right, I would be okay with paying Eric Reed $10 million a year, but he got Tony Jefferson got 4 years, $34 million deal. It averages out to $8.5 million a year. I think he would be okay with that. But I agree, let him play. But listen, I'm paying Eric Reed anything I need to pay him. Honey Badger got $7 million.
Honey Badger the highest paid salary in the league now, ain't he?
Honey Badger, no, he's not. Earl Thomas, I think Earl Thomas is still highest. I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know what it. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying because like Earl just freaking broke his leg and
he was
mad because he didn't get an extension.
Yeah, he won an extension, but I don't think he won the highest. Let me see. No, I don't know who the highest paid is right now, but I know your boy, the Honey Badger, got $7 million on a 1-year deal with the Texans.
It'll be interesting to see.
I don't know.
We need to pay him.
Get this man a deal, bro. Get that man a deal, fam. But I would definitely pay Eric Reed whatever was necessary. I would pay him. I don't have time to look this up, but
yeah, I thought Barry would probably was.
Eric Barry. There you go. You're right.
I thought it would be, yeah.
You're right. All right. So there's no question here. Sign Eric Reed, man. Sign Eric Reed to a long-term deal. Moving on. So I guess that being said, because it looked very similar contracts, who would you rather pay, Eric Reed or Devin Funchess?
Reed.
That's kind of they're the same. There's the same contract. If you had to let one go,
paying Reed. Controversy and all, I'm paying Reed. It's about the level of talent at this point. Like we're gonna have to overpay for Funchess in essence, right? Because of how the wide receiver market is right now. I would just pay Eric Reed.
I mean, really. I mean, I think we really pushed it. I think we could get Eric Reed much cheaper, just because his options.
In essence, man, he took a $4 million hit to come to us. He was the top safety available going into free agency, and we got him for a bargain.
Yeah, so, I mean, the market for Reed is small, and I'm thinking maybe he came here to prove himself. Maybe he's on a prove it deal, and maybe if he doesn't protest, maybe the doors will open up a little bit more for him. Maybe, but I think he's not about that. I think he's definitely going to protest, do what he does. You could tell he's very adamant about it in the press conference. But I just think that limits his options, which is good for us. I think we can get him a lot cheaper than $8 million to be. I think we can probably sign him for like $6-7 million a year, and I think he would be happy with that. I don't think he'd be happy with it, but I think that would be kind of the only couple options available. But
yeah, I mean, Marcus pretty much said he ain't giving discounts for free agency, but in essence, he kind of paid for it to come to us. So, but we'll see. I think if the culture's right, I think he'll probably stick around and take a little bit of a discount, but we'll see.
Yeah, yeah, we'll see what happens with Eric Reed. But here's another one, Dave. I got another one, another future contract. I didn't do Darrell Williams, but we'll talk about him in a second. But first, I wanted to get to C.J. Anderson. What do you think about C.J. Anderson, man? Like, what do you think
after this year?
Do you think so? I'm thinking so too. I don't think he wants to be here personally.
Nah, he doesn't. He wants to start. He ain't starting here.
Yeah, I think. But Dave, here's my question. Here is the I guess the devil's advocate to that. I mean, he's 28 years old, man. Like, at what point? I mean, what 28 years old be?
Get a 2-year deal. 2-3 year deal.
So I found great segue, Dave. So I found a contract comparison. Okay, I found a contract comparison for C.J. Anderson. You want to know who that? You want to take a guess of who that contract comparison is? Think of age. Think of role.
Mike Tolbert.
Nah, not Tolbert. Is Tolbert even playing right now? I'm talking recent deal.
Isaiah Crowell.
I think Crow is older than. But here's so not quite the same role. Okay, not quite the same role. But this is the best I could do. This is the best. No, not Stewart. The best I could do, based on age and kind of a secondary back role, was Chris Thompson. Chris Thompson is getting paid. He just got a 2-year deal for $7 million. So that averages out to $3 million a year. I think that's about as good as it gets for C.J. Anderson. I think Blunt is older. Blunt is in his 30s. I did it based on age and recent signing. So Chris Thompson, not like I said, not quite the same role. Obviously, Chris Thompson is a change of pace back. Yeah, Chris Thompson from the Redskins. Yes.
Yeah, he's a third down back.
Third down back. He's receiving back. But he just got this deal. He's 28 too.
But you can't pay everybody, Maurice. Like if C-Mac gets hurt, the backup isn't going to. If that's the case, we should just draft another that. I don't think we should keep CJ.
I don't think CJ wants to be here.
And there's that too.
I think if we wanted to keep him, I think that we could make it happen. But I don't think he wants to be here. You can just tell by his Twitter.
And then there was a point where he realized that wasn't going to be the case.
Well, we talk about coach speak a lot on this podcast, but that's one thing they was not lying about, and that's getting McCaffrey the ball. They was not lying about that. This man has been touching the ball since preseason. He's been getting the vast majority of the workload. They weren't lying about that. Rivera's lied about a lot, but that's one thing he has not lied about, Dave.
Nope, that's one thing he is definitely not lied about.
Again, I did not do Darrell Williams because Darrell Williams is coming off injuries. Very hard to predict injuries. But I post a question in the group me. Funny story. So I go to the group me, right, and I ask for some help because if I don't know something, I ask. Shout out to my chat cats in the group me. They help me out a lot for some content. So I go to the group me. I said, hey man, do y'all know any linemen coming off injury for a contract comparison I'm trying to do? And I'm like, man, I can't think of nobody. And the first person to shout out to my man Jerome, he pops in the group me and says, Matt Khalil. And I'm like, I'll be damned. I'm like, I'll be damned. If it was Matt Khalil was a great comparison for Darrell Williams. Coming off injury, getting a big deal, could be the same scenario. So I didn't have time to do it, to type it up or to figure it out. But yeah, Matt Khalil was a great contract comparison. $55 million, I believe he got. That's funny.
Look, but you know what? That was incompetence by Gettleman. I stand by we shouldn't have paid him.
Yeah, Dave. That Dave is definitely. I remember it very vividly. We were talking about it, and Dave was very adamant that this man Khalil signing was bad from the get go. And
It was
you know me,
terrible.
y'all know me, man. I'm the kind of guy. I'm the wait and see kind of guy. So I gave it the benefit of the doubt, but Dave definitely called it from the beginning. It was a terrible signing. So
We paid him like the Pro Bowler
yeah, we did.
instead of the injury-prone guy that he was.
Yeah, and he's definitely still injury prone. Hopefully he retires, and I don't want to see him back on the field. I don't want to see him. Chris Clark, and then you got your boy. What, Newhouse that we just signed. So I'm cool. I don't want to see him on the field, man. So that's all the contract comparisons I had. I think Mike Adams, he's gonna end up retiring. And I think we should extend Eric Reed and move Golden over. Golden should be good to go, and he should be ready to start at that point. Darrell Williams is still a question mark. I don't know what we do with Darrell. I think to be realistic, like I said, I did the calculator. And I may have to post it. I may post it to Twitter or something like that. But I was able to re-sign all those guys, and we still had very good cap space. And again, a lot of that came from extending Shaq. Extending Shaq frees up a lot of cap space because again, he's getting paid $9 million next year under the 5th-year option. So if you extend Shaq Thompson, it frees up a lot of cap space, and I think that's where we're gonna go to free up space. And you could also get more space by letting go of Torrey Smith. But I'm just gonna keep throwing that out there until it happens. Shout out to Torrey Smith for getting us Eric Reed though, but it's a business. You gotta go. All right. So we could probably end up by extending Shaq and letting go of Torrey Smith at some point. We could probably end up in like the $35-36 million cap space, and that's a lot of flexibility. A lot of flexibility.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
But yeah, man, these guys, and there's a bunch of other guys. Like there's a bunch of smaller guys. Like I think Effa, we got to re-sign Effa too. If Effa has a good year, he's a free agent next year too. I think restricted, but he's still a free agent.
Yeah, we'll sign him though.
It was a bunch of smaller guys like Demir Bird, all those smaller contracts. Those joints add up too. But yeah, man. This was Dave. You got anything else for the bye week, bro?
I'm good, man.
The best bye week ever.
Giants on Wednesday.
We might have to push Wednesday though, because I'm flying back home Wednesday. Might be too much for you, boy.
We can move it to Thursday. It's whatever.
Yeah, I might have to roll with Thursday.
Just let me know.
I'll let you know. But yeah, man. This is a great episode. So to drop some knowledge on y'all, man. So y'all know. So y'all won't be surprised. When extensions happen. We trying to tell y'all. We trying to tell y'all and break it down for y'all so y'all understand the inner workings. Because we don't want to just tweet. It's cool to talk about, always a good win and this guy looks good, that guy looks good. But we want y'all to understand why certain moves are made and try to make sense of everything. So, and then the X's and O's too. We got to get y'all to understand some things, because y'all like to talk and like to say, oh, this is why this ain't working and this, but you gotta understand it's about X's and O's, okay? X's and O's. All right.
Alrighty.
That being said, I'm about to close this thing out. Hold on. All right.
Thank you for listening to the Panther Nation podcast hosted by Rashad and David. Please subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and our YouTube channel at Panther Nation Podcast. You can also like our Facebook page at Panther Nation Podcast. While you're at it, follow us on Twitter at Panther Nation PC. And always remember, keep pounding.
Hey Mario, do that for your boy. Definitely want to get the voice on the podcast. So hit him up, man. Let me know what's good. Text me. You got my number. All right. That being said, peace out, man. We'll holler at y'all next weekend. This Thursday, and then on Monday. Peace out, people.
It's been real, guys. I'll see y'all later.